Welcome back to the zoo. This is LG Runs Wild. We are your host with the most. We're the best animals you ever did see. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Oh, man, I just have to do something fucking stupid for once for an intro, so I'm pretty hyped up.
There
Barry,
you
how you
go.
doing, buddy?
Fucking cheesy.
Oh, you know you love it, buddy. You know
I
you
do,
love
I
it.
do. The cheese is just
Yeah,
yum.
that was
Oh.
fantastic, Buck.
Eat that
Oh,
shit up.
you love to see it, eh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely.
so want to start this off real quick. We've been a few times already. We've been told to eat a ghost pepper on the show.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
Yeah, like people want us to like eat a ghost pepper and do a show with it. Like, how you guys feel about that?
I don't like it.
Why is that?
Not a fan, man.
Oh man, fatty.
Uh, no,
No, what?
please. Please
Oh,
no.
oh, come on. It can't be that bad.
I'm with Gazelle, dude. No. Please no.
So, what if we put out a challenge to some of our viewers tonight? If we can get up to 15 subs in this episode, we do it in 2 weeks.
I'm good with that.
Sure. Uh, I can
Swear
like
to God,
feel.
if someone gives subs, I'm just gonna lose it.
Yo, we'll be talking about the Stanley Cup Finals, Calder Finals, and then like WHL and OHL Finals while having our whole body on fire after eating a ghost pepper.
I'm gonna
We'll
need
do it
a.
at the end of the show because there's probably a bathroom visit after that.
Yeah, I'm gonna need like a whole gallon of fucking milk if that happens.
Oh man. Yo, shout out to Swifty. If he wants us to do it, he needs to do it too, bro. On no
On face
thumbs.
cam.
On face cam, on no thumbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because whew,
I'd pay to see him do that
I would too.
for sure.
I'd subscribe again.
Let's
Uh,
subscribe again.
yeah. Again. Hotbox, thanks for the follow, bud. I appreciate that. We all do. Danky, how's it going, bud?
Oh god, Yankees
Oh
here.
fuck! Can we
Danky's
leave?
here.
Not again. Oh fuck.
No, Danky, thanks
Well,
for the follow.
this guy, he's here to make himself talk.
He
He just
is.
all he wants to hear is just his own voice.
Yeah, this
Oh,
should get
oh
interesting.
man. So he won his playoff series too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, fucking prick. Oh man, love the guy, but I really was expecting Everett to come out on top.
You know, I mean, props to them though,
Yeah.
because Everett did look like the favorite. I remember you guys talking about that. I don't know much about either team, so I was just staring at the rosters as you guys were discussing it.
I think the WHL was such a combat zone all season long.
Yeah, like
Like,
the fact that there was 5 upsets out of 8 series. I mean, I wouldn't call all of them upsets, but there was five.
and not only that, Buck, but go on to say like, there's only one of those 5 upsets that went to a game 7.
Yeah, and it was the team that was the most on fire that went to Game 7,
That was wild. I can't wait to
and
talk.
Yeah.
the reverse swept.
Yeah.
We can talk about it right now. Go ahead.
Fuck.
Winnipeg and Prince
Dude,
Albert.
what happened? Like, oh, that's my buddy Do Baby's team,
Like,
and
didn't
massive
Winnipeg go
collapse.
3-0 on the last night of the season to go from like ninth to sixth?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I
they
mean,
were
look at the
fire.
scores of the series though.
Yeah,
That's really telling right there. So like the last game 2, game 3, Prince Albert wins 2-1.
yeah,
And then they do not win a game in that series at all for the rest.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
that
Like,
tells a lot right there.
and like the fact is, like Prince Albert had like 86% of the community's votes. So when they went up 3-0, everyone was like,
It's over.
I'll be
and,
honest. I thought they
then
would have won because
Winnipeg out in 7.
yeah, that's crazy.
Oof, it's tough.
That is very tough.
You know what else is tough? The Medicine Hat fucking management. Oh man. I'm sorry, man. I love Goon. I love Deeks. They're good guys. But how do you lose to fucking Hines in 6 when I understand your starting goalie gets called up? That sucks. You call up Zeno. Not exactly the greatest call up, but he can hold his own. Medicine Hat goes down 0-2 with their starter on first night. Zeno plays night 2, goes 2-0, 2 shutouts. They go back to the goalie that went 0-2. In what world in playoffs do you not run the goalie that's on a fucking hot streak?
I hate to say this, Buck, but like it wasn't even that. It's like,
I mean, they didn't
where the
score
hell
in-
did your scoring go?
I mean, that's what I mean too. Like they didn't score in 5 and 6. Like they lost
Gazelle,
1
how are
nothing
you
and 2
supposed
nothing.
to, as a goalie, both of you guys are goalies, how the hell are you supposed to win a game when the last 3 games of the series, they only scored 1 goal?
Let me tell you, I played on Portland last season.
Yeah, I forgot shit.
I had an
Wrong guy.
entire. I had a line who scored 8 goals, or yeah, sorry, 7 goals in 8 games. They went 0-8, and they only realistically scored 5 of those 7 goals because the other 2 were own goals by the other team, straight up skating into their goalie and the puck going in the net.
Oof.
Like, man, when you have 2 defensemen on 100 ping who are shutting down forwards to the point where it's only 2 goals against the game, and you're scoring at a pace of 0.625. Yeah.
Real specific there, Buck.
Oh, I'm very, very, very upset about that still.
Yeah,
Like,
I understand.
I had to play every game with that line because I was the starting goalie.
Trevor coming in hot. Please tell me this was with Buck. I lost a 1-0 game last series. Me too, Trevor. Me too, man. It's playoffs though. Close games all the time.
It actually was not with me. I went 3-0 this week.
I
Oh,
was a
subtle
little
brag.
worried about Kitchener, bro.
What?
I was a little worried about Kitchener for a minute.
Yo. So everyone was like, "Yo, Buck, what's going on? You're down 3-1." I'm like, "Hey, I won my game." Like they're like, "Aren't you
Where's
worried
that
about
guy?
They're like,
Toxic.
"Aren't you worried?" Like I'm like, "No, I'm playing game 5. I'm gonna win it. I need Drags to win game 6. If he doesn't, oh well. If he does, great. I'm gonna play game 7. I'm gonna win it." And that's exactly what happened. We went out game 5, cranked them. Drags line went out in game 6, shut them down defensively, and cranked them. And then game 7 was a slaughter. We won
I
8.
watched that game.
We literally had our first line right wing, Braden, who's top 3 scorer in the league, get booted in the second period, like straight up booted, like he was offline for the whole game. As soon as the game was over, he got his internet came back on. We replaced him with Drags, who's a center or a left wing, and he's not a right wing at all. And he's
Yeah.
absolutely brutal at the game.
Speaking of which, where's Aftermath in the chat? Oh.
But in a game, okay, another thing is Owen Sound.
I just caught on to that.
Owen
right.
Sound legit had a skater from every single line in their game 7 lineup. They didn't have a line play. It was the center from line 3, the left wing from line 2, the right wing from line 1. Like,
it's a bold strategy, Cotton.
We went in with our 20-win line and absolutely decimated them. How do you lose a game
every time?
But how do you lose game 7 8-0? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's management problem. I hate to say that, but like, if you're throwing a dude from every game, that you got a problem there.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, chemistry wins every time, man.
Oh, for sure.
And like the worst part is, like I said, we subbed in Drags. Like he's a degrade from Braden. He said it himself. He's like, of all players you chose me. I'm like, you're online. You're here. Let's go play.
Right. Better than the forfeit.
Like, yeah. And he
I'm
played,
looking
and
at their
he fucking
Ds.
scored 7 more goals.
Their D did not play well either, though, that game at all. I mean, look at the lefty had 10 minutes of penalties.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Trevor Ego Buck has entered the chat. Hotbox said that Broncos Tigers series though. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, 510 bits. Let's go, guys. Good shit. Thanks, Danky.
Well,
Fug.
I mean,
Thanks for coming in, bud.
but like legit, I just everyone was like, "You're down 3-1." I'm like, "Don't worry about it. I got 2 games left."
Let's talk about also, because I do want to call out one other manager that barely squeaked by the barely.
Go.
Okay. Let's talk about Griggs.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mississauga. Yeah, they were also down 3-1 to a
yeah.
7 seed.
Hey.
Like both the 2 seeds went down 3-1.
I'll give it to Griggs because he pulled out and like did not pull punches in games 5, 6, and 7. But like that was looking rough. I mean, he got shit pumped 7-1 game 1.
Yeah. Yo, apparently he was super high on shrooms from what I heard.
Oh boy.
Jesus.
Yeah. He fucking played lights out though. Like Greg's did a great job. He
That's
played really
crazy.
he played really well all the last night. I don't even care, man. Like he was like straight up, "Oh, I was on shrooms or something." I was dying. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know.
500 save percentage with a really good line playing in front of him. I'd say I was on shrooms too. To be honest with you, I was on a lot of other things too.
He played phenomenal in Game 7. I watched their Game 7 while I was playing mine because it got to that point where it was like, it was 5-0. I'm like,
Mm.
what else is going on? No, I tuned
Yeah.
into that game and yeah, he played really well.
Last manager, I'm gonna happy trails too. What happened to SMS fan, man?
There was a lot there.
I know they went through a rough season.
Yeah, there's a lot there though.
But
And
that's sad, man. I really wanted them to make it a little farther than they did.
yes, I also had Niagara, but you gotta remember it's Wizza. Wizza shows up
Oh, I
after trade
understand.
deadline.
I
Wizza
understand.
Wizza cares about playoffs more than anything. Like there's first weeks, like first 5 weeks, Wizza who doesn't give a shit.
Mm.
Trade deadline 180, and then he's just like go. He is like determined to win this thing this season. I don't get where he gets the determination that he's like, I can beat Kingston. If he beats Kingston,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put money on that series.
I
That'd be
mean, if he
nuts.
beats Kingston, he's got one hell of a battle next round. I mean, like, one hell of a battle.
Oshawa Mississauga.
If Mississauga beats Oshawa,
I
I
don't
don't
think
even
that's gonna
know.
happen, but
I'm maybe the shrooms help. I don't know.
Yo, Greg's says can confirm 2 shrooms straight trip at game 5. Yikes, man. That's insane. Also, thanks
love
for the
it.
sub, bud. Appreciate that, man.
Attaboy Griggs.
God,
um,
unreal,
I
dude.
think, for real though, I think if Hamilton wins, beats Kingston, and then they got Oshawa, or if Mississauga beats Oshawa, that's like going up against. That's not like a. It's not easy trails after that. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, we're in a tough boat. We're playing against Saginaw. Yo, apparently last night and the night before, Saginaw was running 12s, like inter squad 12s. I'm like, damn. I wish we could even get 6 guys on to play.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like we're just like, guys, these guys don't get off the game. Like they play all the time. Like we need to practice. My line's like, cool, practice, good, we'll play.
That's
Every other
insane.
line's like, yeah, we'll play when we play.
Vehi, thanks for the sub, bud. Chooch, thanks for the follow, man.
Atta boys. We're
Thanks
getting
for
out
the
there.
GG rating for saying that you were gonna lose. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Scotty Mac, 13 more subs until Ghost Pepper Challenge. Yep, that's facts.
Gazelle, chug a beer, do something.
Yo, if someone uses 5,000 whatever it is in his chat, it makes him chug a beer. If you spend the points, he'll do it.
I'll do it anyways. Here you go.
Attaboy.
I like how the beer disappears, bro.
Bang. There you go, boys.
He's just as dedicated as Vatty. Vatty makes trades on the show. This guy chugs beers on the show.
What the fuck are you drinking though? You drinking Truly's, boy?
Oh fuck
Michelob
no.
Ultra.
Michelob's,
Okay,
bud.
fair enough.
I'm old,
Fair
man.
enough.
I'm old.
All right.
Gotta drink the Michelob's. Good. It's good to me. Greg, thanks for the bits, bud. Hot take here. Saginaw is irrelevant if you can watch left wing circling back going high 1T.
You actually missed it. I said Saginaw wasn't all that last show.
Yeah.
And then Buck told me I was nuts.
You are nuts, but then I also remember back that my line has played Saginaw 3 times and went 3-0. Our other line lost.
I really do worry about the other two lines, though, Buck. That's the only thing I'm going to struggle with when I vote on that series.
Mm-hmm.
You're not wrong.
I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about the other.
That's what I mean. Like Brody's like, we're gonna be that line that's gonna go like 7-0 in playoffs, and the other two lines are gonna be like 2-2-2 and like 0-1s. Yeah. It sucks, but I mean, as long as I don't lose, I don't give a fuck.
Toxic.
You are so toxic, bro.
At the end of the day, my stat sheet looks good, so that's all I care about. I mean, I want the team to win more than anything, but I don't want to be the one that lets the team down either. I want to be the guy that's like, win, 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 win.
I mean, we all would like to be that guy, but that's toxic.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're good toxic, though. I still show up.
I think we're getting to yours, Fug.
You want me to talk about your series? Let's talk. You freaking lost a game to Snoopy.
Out of everybody on that team,
the entire team
to Poopy fucking Snoopy. I mean, he hasn't played center in like 6 years.
Hold on. You got shut out by Snoopy. It's even worse.
Oh, that's tough. I mean, he's playing with Mookie. Like, Mookie's disgusting. But still, like, Snoopy only had 1:19 time with puck. The next closest was his defenseman with 2:08. Like, wow. Snoopy didn't touch the puck.
Well, I mean, that's the only way Snoopy wins.
He also had 4 pens.
That doesn't shock me. I literally heard that he runs a power forward.
I believe that's correct. Give me 1 second. I'll double check.
And then again, like, I'm gonna say something about Sue. I'm not a huge fan of their third line, and that's who lost. So,
not yet on Swift Current Vehi.
Darth Atlas isn't great.
I already talked about Swift Current.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you have to rewatch, bud.
Yeah, Vehi. I said that you gave me shit for saying you were gonna lose, and then you won. Where's your head at, bro?
Gotti, I honestly, for next season, dude, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing yet. Because 23 is not out. It's not, the beta hasn't come out. I don't know how goaltending's going to look. I don't know how center's going to look. So.
Oh, we shouldn't transition yet. We should do the rest of the playoffs.
Yeah.
But that was a great transition.
That was a good one, yeah.
Yes.
Legend Vatty setting up transitions.
So
wow, look at me. I'm awake for the show.
Oh my god. Is it because Gazelle's streaming? Like, come on.
No, it's because I actually was like, oh, I got stuff to do tonight.
Okay. So let's go into round 2 then.
All right. Sounds good.
Because
I'm gonna be pretty much useless.
because I don't feel like there was many other series really worth talking about, except that the fact that the WHL Portland upset Kamloops, but that wasn't surprising at all, because Chicken Legs knows what he's doing in playoffs.
Yeah. Um, that
Here,
like we talked about that quite in depth, and like we looked at the roster and stuff. Like they got a elite prospect in East that had only played 3 games for him, so he hadn't even been there the whole season.
Yeah,
Like that's a game changing player. They played pretty well. Like if you look at like both teams did really, but
yeah,
I mean it was a good series.
yeah,
until game 6, yeah.
yeah. So Portland Victoria coming up. So the top seed in the W versus Portland, who's looking to get back to the men's finals.
All day. That's actually easy for me. I'm gonna say I like chicken a lot, but like I said, chemistry wins you games, and that team has been together for so long.
Yeah,
I'm actually gonna put them in 6, to be honest with you.
Victoria.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Victoria team is just really good. Like,
brilliantly good.
like I mean, Sam is so determined to finally win one.
Yeah, I think they've actually came out and said this is their last run
And then
down
they're
here.
going up. Are they finally going up?
I think so. I think they have to. Most of their guys have to.
I have them. I have Victoria in 5.
I could see 5, but then I see Chicken Legs pulling some win out of his ass. So like,
I
that's
think
why.
that's the only win he's gonna get is the win out of his ass.
Fair enough. That's big.
Yeah.
What's the next series? I
Spokane,
guess.
Seattle.
Okay, can we just not touch on this and just put Seattle in 4? Because like that's the truth.
Oh, you think?
Oh,
I know you
I
hold
think
on.
mean,
Was my mic wasn't muted? Oh no.
Steel Phantom is gone this week. Gazelle can't hit a softball. Yeah, that's huge though. Steel Phantom's gone this week.
yeah, he's on vacation this week.
Oof.
I'm not salty. I legitimately think your team is.
Poopy Snoopy.
Uh, I don't think it's Poopy Snoopy, but
I personally
I,
have Seattle. I personally still have Seattle in 6. Like, because
yeah,
they're just that much better. Like, they have way more depth. They've been at the top all season. They know what they're doing. Like, yes, Spokane's hot,
Mm.
but Seattle's been hot and steady. Who needs hot and ready when they're hot and steady?
I mean, really, the line that needs to pick up the pace is Alpha Tots and Hammer.
Yeah,
They didn't do that last series,
no,
and you got carried by Dags, Danky. So like, I'm not salty.
yeah,
I'm just like, it is what it is, man.
Nice.
yeah, but yeah, I have Seattle in 6. There's just
Yeah,
they
I
got
do
more
too.
depth. They got way more
For
depth.
real, Seattle in 6. I think so.
Yeah. Now
Dags carried me all year.
it's a fact.
Yeah, Dag's good. Good play.
So we didn't touch on it about
Yeah.
Moose Jaw upsetting Regina because they were the 8 upsetting the 1, but we all had Moose Jaw in like 5 or 6 last
Yeah,
series.
Regina just like my whole division wasn't. It
Not
was
good.
nuts.
It was
Well,
not
I
good.
wouldn't say it was not good. It's just like because I actually think Moose Jaw can beat Calgary.
I already have Moose Jaw in like 7, I think, on this one, but yeah.
I don't
Mm.
see. I don't see what Calgary's all that. Like I like those guys, but
Oh,
I think it's their goalie that wins them games.
I mean, like I said that last week before their games, I played with them and they played really good defense. Like that's I think I only saw like 7 or 8 shots. And that's pretty
Yeah.
good, especially for like a CHL group, right? Like a
I
lot
mean,
of
That's really impressive.
yeah. I mean that's defense wins games, you know. So maybe that's how they're getting it done. I didn't personally watch any of the series, but just going off of how they were
Well,
when I
as
played
a
a couple games with
group,
them.
like I
I
want them to win because I'd like to see some new guys, some new blood, make it. But
Also, wait, I want to say Crooked went 0-2 for Regina in that first round. But not only did he go 0-2, they lost 7-3 and 7-0 in his 2 games.
Oh,
Crooked.
Exactly.
Crooked. Come on. Crooked.
You know, I'm gonna say this too, Buck. Now they're eliminated.
Yeah.
For a team that worried and cried about getting booted all the time,
Regina?
yes, I follow both of their goalies on Twitch.
Yeah.
Why were they streaming every game?
So they had issues up until trade deadline when they traded Pittman and whoever. The issues went with those guys.
Okay.
So
I was just because
they
it wasn't
went they
him;
went
it
they
was
went
Noki.
dark in week 7. They had no issues. I told them go public week 8. They had no issues. And round 1 they had no issues.
Fair enough. Okay. Okay. That makes
And
sense.
Spokane went dark round 1. So we'll see round 2. Otherwise, back to dark. But yeah,
I think he's really salty, by the way. I don't know what's
yeah,
going on with that.
it's Stanky. He just wants to hear himself talk.
I think he's
Yeah.
just getting some friendly banter going back and forth, maybe.
But again, I have
Just ask me if I can golf.
Of course you
No, I
can.
can't.
Yeah, Batty, you
I
can do
usually make
everything.
playoffs. Well, no, I just graze upon the lawn because I'm a cow.
you're the
Oh
sexy
God.
cow. Got to do the dance now.
No. At the end, I might go tarpless if we get 20 subs. I will go
Oh, 20
tarpless,
subs for
and
Jesus.
I
Tarpless
will go
Bad.
downstairs and pour a beer on my body.
You already
Oh
got me
no.
potentially eating a fucking ghost pepper. Like, Jesus.
Gazelle might have to do 5 subs himself just because he wants to see Tarpless putting a beer on your belly.
Yeah. Oh boy. I can see
Here's the
that for
Or
subs.
free though. Let's be
I
honest.
expected.
I can
Yeah,
see
that's
that.
true.
Batty will
That's
just
behind the scenes shit.
yeah.
You guys don't see that.
Oh fuck.
Hooch loves that. Oh man. Wait. Also, I want to touch on something with Calgary.
Mm.
I get they took a forfeit. The forfeit against. So they they were down 3-2 in. Oh man, I don't remember what game it was. Give me a second. Where are they? They were down 3-2 in game 2, and Spider Ham got booted offline. And they said that like 4 guys got booted, like Edmonton did, and the stream clearly showed that their guys just like slowly left the game, and they didn't. And
Mm-hmm.
they didn't have ECUs ready on time, so they were like 13 minutes late. And Calgary was just like, "Can we call a forfeit?" Or as the rules clearly show right now, we want you guys to play it. We prefer that you play it, but it's in your legal right to take the forfeit. So they
Mm-hmm.
took the forfeit. Down 3-2 in the third.
Dude, this
Vadi, you went through this in week 8 with Seattle. You were up 5-1. And Seattle pulled the forfeit on you.
Well, if I'm gonna be honest, because like I actually think I took that like a champ.
Eh.
I complained, but
Oh, yeah.
when I realized it, I was like, all right, I would have done the same. So you have to. I mean, real recognize real, man. Like,
You were also in a fight for the playoffs, and he was like locked on first seed.
very true. Um, I have respect for him though. I'm not mad. Seriously. Thank you. Shut up. Um, I I think it's fair game, man. Like you gotta. I don't think you should have that many ECUs on hand, but if you guys have connection problems before game, then you gotta just plan that out. You know.
yeah. That's tough. I've actually like there was 2 of those. One in the A and one in the C.
Yeah. I
Both
heard about the one in the A.
yeah. So
Yeah, we're gonna get that changed though, probably for next year, for next season. Like where you cannot take a forfeit in the playoffs unless the other team specifically says we're forfeiting because we cannot like get a player.
Or they break a rule, obviously.
Yeah.
There's the rules in there, but yeah.
Yeah, but like adding the clause about like you can't just take a forfeit because the 10 minutes is past. Like it's playoffs. Play your fucking games. Don't be a bitch.
Yeah.
Like,
Playoffs.
I don't care if you're down 3-2 in the game. Like take your loss like a champ. Don't be a bitch and take a forfeit. But yeah, I do have Moose Jaw in 7 to bring this back to Moose Jaw Calgary. Calgary is a good team, but like don't take a forfeit. Like that's wild.
I
I
agree,
mean,
Griggs. Like you definitely should have ECUs lined up prior. Grab a couple. Maybe like a forward or two, a D man, and then have a G on standby. That's usually what I used to do when I managed. So
Yeah.
it's playoffs, man. You got to be prepared.
mhm.
Like, you got to have your rider guys just sitting there ready. And you have 8 weeks to get those dudes ready and prepared and,
Mhm.
playing games with the guys when somebody's staying at work late, he jumps in.
Yeah.
It,
Yep.
We have a couple guys that play around with us all the time.
yeah. I mean, I did it and I didn't make playoffs. Ha ha ha. Thank you. So, like, I didn't make playoffs one time, guys. Holy shit.
It's
Oh,
okay.
fuck.
We'll never forget that you made playoffs in the NHL. It's okay, Maddie.
That's true.
Yes.
Thank you. Hold on. Hold on. Thank you. If you can make playoffs as a manager in the NHL, you can chirp me.
He might have been like season like 17, 18, maybe 20.
Uh,
Oh,
But that's like NHL's like Xbox 360.
yeah.
So that doesn't count. Just like my Mev Cup management on 360 doesn't count.
What's up, Gazelle?
did you see what Goody just said in the chat? Top team on PlayStation forfeited their game 6 and lost the series 4-2.
Sucks to suck, doesn't it?
Dude,
Was that
that's tough.
Oh, hold on.
what?
There's a retweet worthy. Re
Yeah, that sucks, man.
Was that the CHL PSN?
I think so.
I believe that's what he's talking about. Yeah, that's insane.
I don't see it.
Hold on, I don't see that.
I don't see it. I'm like on all the.
I see
It
somehow
said
somebody went
Barry.
5-0.
Oh yeah, Windsor. Yeah, I saw that Windsor over Kitchener 150. Yeah, because
Barry?
Shikutami went. I don't know.
No. Oh, they did. They
What?
lost. No, they came back and
No,
won, bud.
Oh, it's postponed. Got
Oh,
it.
is confused.
yeah, I'm a little confused. Anyways, we don't cover PSN because I don't know anything about it, neither does anybody else.
I know everything about PlayStation. They got
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Whoa,
they've got
whoa,
teams over
bro.
there. Calm down.
Do they have?
Uh,
Hold on. Do they have players?
I think so. I'm not sure
It's
though.
fucking
They,
hell.
they might not next season.
Ooh.
Not enough. I mean,
Yeah, because they moved
just
to. That's true.
they're
They
moving to
moved to.
PS5,
Yeah, they moved to next gen next season. That's true.
and like only like 65-ish% of their community has a PS5. Like
That's rough.
they have like 3,200 signups, and they have like 1,800 guys with a PS5 or something like that.
A lot of PS5s getting picked up.
I mean, the price for the PS5 just went up in Canada.
Oh
Like
boy.
straight up, it went up to 520 for the the cheapest one, I guess, and the other was 649.
I've
Six
seen
fifty.
like a bunch of the digital ones around here for like 625, and it's like yikes.
Yeah. So let's go to the next series because this is my favorite series of the WHL
Mm-hmm.
by
Yeah,
far.
Broncos Winnipeg. That's gonna
Yeah.
be a fucking barn burner.
Who do you have? Because I want to hear you, and then I'm going to come in, and Vahey's going to be like, "Oh, he finally votes for us."
I still have Winnipeg. They're on fire.
I don't think so.
But if Winnipeg wins it, they win it quick. But if it goes long, Swift Current's got it.
I know.
I don't think they're going to win a game.
You think Swift Current's gonna sweep?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think Swift
Vahey,
Current played a team that wasn't struggling.
Vahey had a hot take. He said the best teams in the East are out. In my eyes, it's us, and he's Swift Current, and Moose Jaw are the top remaining now.
Oh, that's probably true. Not gonna lie. The 7 and 8 seeds were the best 2 seeds probably in that entire conference. That's why they won their series.
Mm.
But Winnipeg is on fire lately. That's the only thing. I
Yeah,
guess I don't.
they.
I
I mean,
guess it
they
really comes down to Vahey's, or not Vahey's, but Hines' team's depth.
they are coming off a reverse sweep. Like that's nutty. So
Yeah.
like they're probably
But
amped,
that
man.
I really am looking at those games, and like, I think that's the collapse of Prince Albert that lost that series.
Mm, could be.
Because like I saw the first game they lost, and they used two ECUs, and it was their third line. And then like it kind of plays out a story after that. So I don't know. I also don't think Winnipeg has good defense aside from Coherent and Mac. But
All right.
like Dainty and Shadow and NJ Devil are good. So I don't know. Gotti, I'm gonna have another hot take. Deet is a great person. I would debate Great Tendy.
He played well this season. That's why Winnipeg's in the playoffs. But
I agree, but he's not like he's one
it's a,
sniff away from letting in a goal.
Why are you
I
talking
guess
about me like that, Patty?
I legit think it's still gonna be Winnipeg, but like I said, I think it's gonna be a quick series if Winnipeg wins it. I don't think it's gonna be like a long series if they win. It'll be like clipping over. That's it.
I agree with Wags though. Calgary has the best defense in tendies,
hmm They
and
got the
I would say Winnipeg has the best offense. Oh, no, Moose Jaw.
no.
Moose Jaw is the best offense.
Isn't for Calgary the owner Spartan Sleet? Isn't he playing D this season?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
that
really good D man.
yeah that kid's good. Really good kid too. Really good kid.
Yeah, you
Um,
got Crash of Aether too, who was like a virtual nobody who
and
played really well this season.
Tantillo, or now known as Pro Boofer.
Love that
Mm-hmm.
name.
Yeah.
Elite.
Now we jump to the OHL. We got London Sault Ste. Marie.
I'm going with the boys, London, just because
They
that's
want
my
that back. They want to go back for that chip.
London alumni here. Can never pick against them. So
That Sioux team, like I said last week, that Sioux team is not as good of a 4 seed as you think they are.
Who, London? I know.
No, Sault Ste. Marie.
I know. They have Darth Alias on their team. Like, I don't know how they're
they have who?
Darth Alice.
Oh, okay, I don't know who that is.
Who he he's not. I mean, really nice guy, not good.
I have London in
Um,
6. I
I
think
I
the
I agree with you actually.
I think the Sioux top line wins both their games, and they have no depth. And London's got probably the best tandem still in the league.
How'd they go?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Buck. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, bud.
Oh, I was just saying, like I'm pretty sure like London still has the best goalie tandem in the league. They
Oh
have
yeah, yeah,
Philly and Mambo.
yeah.
Like Trevor's probably hands down the best goalie in the CHL, and there will be some arguments for Temple, but Temple's been unreal all 3 seasons in Kingston, and Kingston's been a contender. So
Well,
I think he might also just be a product of being on an insane team. Why his stats are so good.
maybe, but I've seen him make some pretty good saves too. Like
Oh yeah,
he's,
every goalie can make some
yeah,
really good
he
saves. But I'm saying
definitely
like
has the help that you're talking about though.
because
So
I'm sure if Trevor played on a team like Kingston, his stats would be like 860s, not like 840s like he was on Kitchener.
you never know, man. Sometimes when
Not
you face
so
like less shots though, that's when like the more quirky shit goes in. So you
true.
never know. Like I play personally, I play better when I face more shots. I know that. What I was gonna ask you though is like, because I don't know much about the CHL at all this season. I know some here and there, but you said Sault Ste. Marie has no depth. How the hell did they go 51-18-3? Did they
I
lose
mean,
lose some guys to call ups, like trade or something, or like what happened?
like they're a good team, but the, they don't play well in playoffs. Like they're not like they're a good team, but like they're not
Mm.
a great team. They're like the average team. I'd say they're not a 4 seed. I think they just played really well in the season because they had the right pieces at the right times. And
Yeah, that could be true. Yeah. All right.
So hey, was Gazelle, they lost Grizz Impact to a call up.
Okay, that's a pretty decent player.
Yeah. And then they traded some of their bigger names away for like very little.
Was it probably a salary cap thing? I would assume.
Also is indigenous and
Oh,
Renaud and Moonrocks. I think Moonrocks was called up, but
yeah. Moonrocks is representing the Stockton third line. He's a piece of it.
you know,
indigenous though I think was on roster.
Yeah.
I got big hardcore 32 and goalie.
I played. So they've got a right wing on their team. I can't pronounce his name. It's like B cut soup or something. I think it's supposed to be like an abbreviation of
It's
biscuit.
cup.
What is it?
I thought it was because it's cup.
Oh, is it? Oh, wow, dude, I went full Swifty there. Holy shit!
oh,
I fucked the name up. Okay, because it's Cup. That guy, um, he ECU'd 3 games for us, and I mean, granted, he played with Mancy's line, so they cook. But he looked like he had a clue. And then yesterday, I actually played some club games with him, and he was pretty good. He was a good player. So I think
I
that's
think
a
they're good. I think that you got to remember that Bick is a cup winner.
yeah, he literally won the cup as an underdog seed too. Oh no, he was a
no. He was
top
the
seed.
top seed. They smoked that season.
I mean, they did, but they had their fair share of fights in the playoffs.
Yeah.
My
Shout out
my
Oxy.
team,
Gifted him to London at the deadline for the boys.
AO.
He deserved to go to a playoff team. Oxy's a legend. Love that guy.
Oh, no, we got to talk about my team, Saginaw Kitchener.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Kitchener's going down. Buck. Have you seen that guy play defense?
Yes,
Oh, I haven't.
I mean I'm not a
I'm
defenseman, so
just kidding. Aren't you the center?
yeah.
Yeah. Not my slot, not my problem, says Buck. Let's go.
No, that's Strag's mentality right there.
Is it?
Uh,
I mean, there's a reason why he struggled this playoffs.
Yeah, I'm just giving you a hard time, bud.
Oh, I know.
On that one. 7, you guys. Only for the line.
That's the thing. I really think with our team, it's Saginaw in 6 or Kitchener in 7, straight up.
I think the
Dregs?
issue though is it's gonna wear you out. I don't know if it'll
I
get
mean,
you guys to win.
maybe, but it could also depend on matchmaking. And I will say, Dregs has his moments where he'll
And his line
randomly.
played unreal in Game 6.
I mean, the season I was on his Sarnia Sting team, Game 6, they took the top scoring line in the CHL to double overtime, and we lost 2-1. And I think he was with, I think Braden played that game too, if I remember right. Braden was on the team, pretty sure. But
Yeah,
I mean, Dregs
he's,
played
he's
excellent in that game. So you never
oh
know.
man. Let me tell you though, it just it's so much pressure too because like when I played on Portland last season, I knew the line was losing every game. So
Yeah, that's tough.
we relied on two lines to like never lose. As soon as one line lost, it was like, well, the other line can't lose.
Hmm.
And that I feel like that's the only thing. Like I go in with like all this like ego and swagger. I'm just like, not gonna lose. Don't worry about it. Not gonna lose. Don't worry about it. Like the realistic fact is we can't lose. We lose, it's over.
Yeah, but that's
It's like record wise, we were the number one line in the CHL. We cannot lose. We have like a standard to keep.
I
Like,
get that, but it only runs so long, buddy.
oh yeah, no, 100%. You can only do so much
Hmm.
as you're given, right?
Yeah.
But the goal out there at every night is you have to win, not you need to win. Like you legit have to, not just want, not just like.
Yeah.
I think you guys have to hope that London wins too, or that Sault Ste. Marie wins. Actually, I would say that.
At,
Um, if London
at this
wins,
point, it's just one game at a time for me, and I
yeah.
think for us,
No, I meant for your conference final hopes. I just
yeah.
think, but um, I got Kitchener in 7. Yeah.
So
The
I
real
think that's
question
probably
is,
me.
when's it going to beat Kingston?
I don't think.
Let's get it. Let's get into that. Okay, give me a second. I'm just gonna go
Oh,
put my set.
Big Mac
I'm gonna.
actually just asked a question, so that's perfect timing. You said
Um.
Kingston's gonna win it all, right?
I want Kingston to win it.
I do
I'm
too.
I'm also cheering for an upset from Wizza, just because that would be like the funniest upset of all time. Because we all know how Wizza is already, personality wise. This would inflate his ego so much. It would be so entertaining to see.
I don't necessarily think Wizza has an ego though. I think he just likes to fuck around. You
He
know, have
is
fun with
the
it.
biggest fun-loving piece of.
He does. Some of his comments are pretty hilarious, so I
I
must
love the
say.
guy, but wow.
I got
I, I
Kingston in 6.
I have Kingston in 5, but I'm cheering for a Wizza.
I
What's their
really I want to be that guy, but I can't. Like, I actually like Blimmy as a person,
Oh, so do I.
I
and
wanna
I really just want him to win one.
where's this
I-
here we go. I want to
But
take a look at their
yeah.
matchups. So all right. Wow. Well, this is looking like a domination proclamation by Kingston if you go off regular season.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Temple with the
It's nasty.
862 and 58 shots in 4 games. That's pretty low for 4 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wow. 33 time on attack to 17.
Like Kingston's good. Like really
Yeah.
good.
I think here's your difference maker. If Hamilton stays out of the box, Kingston had
That's what I
13
saw.
power plays in
I bet
in the
you all those
regular
penalties were
season.
taken by Wizza.
Let's see.
Probably.
Enough of them probably were.
He had a
5 minute by
5.
Wizza.
Yeah,
Of
he had a
course he did.
5. Yeah. No,
Not
that's pretty
surprised.
spread out across the team.
But yeah, I had Kingston in 5. Just they're good. They're just really good. And Fleming really wants it. He's on a 24-game win streak.
That's insane. Dude, never mind. I don't want to say it.
You gotta say
Like
that.
he literally comes in to all the chats on Tuesday, like around game time. He's like, "Oh, so what's it like playing on a Tuesday?"
Well, so what
Literally
I was gonna
every
say.
other team in the playoffs was in that fucking chat still
Okay,
playing.
so the season
Like I love it.
they had McDonald, they had Big Mac, QC Jeanette.
Season 40.
Yeah, season 40. They're stacked, right?
Yeah.
And they ran into Kingston and they didn't lose a
Sault Ste. Marie.
single. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, Sault Ste. Marie, sorry. And
And
they
Sault
didn't
Ste. Marie didn't lose a game.
Well, Kingston didn't lose a single game in the whole playoff series, and then they get to Sault Ste. Marie and got swept.
Yeah, it was embarrassing.
That was
That team won the cup.
well, I mean, yeah, but like here's to put this in hindsight. Like we took that Sault Ste. Marie team to 6 and almost 7. They won in double overtime in 6, right? And Kingston's team was far better than us that season, far better. So to see them get swept was shocking.
Yeah.
So I
They
just
they want
hope.
to come back to the to the CHL next season. Godon and the boys. I'm
uh,
like, why? I'm like, why you want to come back? Because you go 0-2 in the playoffs, can't keep up with the big boys. He's like, I want to go back to the CHL.
nah,
No,
they
don't let them.
yeah,
Shit.
He
no.
does. I'm giving him Drummondville.
um, I don't know. I would personally like to see Plummy win something. He's a great guy, helps out a ton with the league. Just a really good manager too. So I'm pulling for him personally.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Um.
Oshawa, Mississauga.
Uh,
I
I
feel like
like
that's. I honestly have Oshawa in 4.
Love you,
Unle-
Griggs. Ashwin 4.
You don't think they're gonna win a single game, huh?
No.
Oshawa is really good,
Well, I know they're
and
really good, but isn't Mississauga's
unless
top line's pretty decent?
um
Yeah.
unless Griggs is high on shrooms, ain't happening.
Go look at that, Gazelle. Like
The breakdown.
if Kingston wasn't in the league at all, he took them out completely.
Mm-hmm.
Osh would be the second best team in the league, or like third best team. Yeah,
No,
second best
they're
team.
third right now, so
Yeah.
Well,
their
let's see. So
their only loss round 1 was a forfeit.
And you have to remember, like, this is what everyone forgets. They were in
wow.
the same freaking division as Kingston, so they played Kingston.
Here's something crazy though. This is a pretty even regular season. Regular season's far different than playoffs. All right, so I'm not comparing the two here, but 15 goals for Oshawa, 11 for Saga, 58-52, 21-17,
Oh yeah,
21-48. Like it looks pretty balanced. They both had 11 pens.
they both went
Um,
3 for 11 on the power play.
yeah,
Like
like that's a very like even like for it to be 3-1 for Oshawa and that like that's kind of crazy. But I mean this is playoffs though, so we'll see. Griggs didn't fare too well against them that series in the regular season, but one of a
I
kind
think
looked
they're
like he
missing
did
like
pretty well.
two other guys that got them wins against, or the two of the guys that got their one win against Oshawa. They don't have anymore.
that kind of hurts
DeCriscio
too.
and Pavel.
I mean, Swifty's hungry too, right? He wants that man.
Yo, I didn't. Nate's on Oshawa.
Wait, what? Is he on their TC?
He's a he played a game.
Not a boy. He was traveling all summer, so he didn't play.
Yeah, I thought he wasn't even signing up at all.
He was supposed to go to Spain, that's why, but he ended up not going.
Oh,
So,
okay. Another great guy right
and
there.
then and Nate chose not to come back, and Flint missed his playoffs.
Yeah, but
Hate to see it.
for sure.
I'm not saying you're bad, Griggs. I'm just saying like I don't think it. I think the ship stops here, buddy.
Pretty sure everyone on our top line was protected. Brody was protected. Breda was protected. Millsy was protected. I'm 4.75 mil. Like
There's a
all ups,
lot
man.
of
You just gotta protect the right people, dude, and make sure
it's
they want to play for you.
well, the thing that's crazy is it seemed like the teams that like the call ups that happen, it seemed to be like always happening to like one of 4 teams there for a little bit. It was kind of crazy. And I mean, they weren't getting targeted or anything. It was just like bad luck, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was kind of crazy. It was a crazy little sequence there.
You want to talk about the AHL now, Gazelle? You want
Oh,
to school us on it?
he definitely wants to talk about the AHL because he wants to talk about his teams in the second round.
No.
Well, let's talk about
No.
Rochester and Laval.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be a really good series, I think. However, I'm definitely going Laval here because Safi is back.
Thanks, Happy.
Yeah, he's back, and
Oh,
he was their leading scorer. I mean, their team's good, regardless, but like with him there, like that's the dagger. The Americans, they are a decent team. Like they they're not, I wouldn't say they're like super offensive, but they're a team that will surprise you, right? Um, they had good games back and forth. They went 2-2. Last game, I think it was actually like the last week of the season. Um, Laval spanked them like 7-1, but other than that, they're close games: 2-1, 4-2, 3-2. Um, I think that this is going to be a good series, but I definitely think Laval's winning this.
Oh,
I just put Laval in 6. From what I know about the two teams, they're just Laval's better
They've got a
enough that knowing that they got their top player back.
Yeah, they've got a solid roster, man.
Yeah. And like both teams went to Game 7 in round 1,
Hmm.
but like Utica is like a hard matchup for a round 1 matchup, and I understand that
Oh
Rochester
yeah,
upset Charlotte, but like
but yeah,
still,
here's the one thing though too. You got to keep in mind. Laval was the team I was referencing when I talked about the forfeit that happened.
yeah,
Um,
so they realistically lost in 6 or 1-6.
yeah, I mean, maybe like who knows? I mean, the game didn't get played, so you
yeah.
never know. But that's always tough, and the fact that they overcame that and pulled out the win, like that's huge, right? And actually, Huddy sent me uh like they were centimeters away from losing that game, and all right, I got you. But they're centimeters away from losing that game. Pa made a save that looked like it went off his skate blade, and then Laval turned it up the ice and ended up scoring on that rush. So just like
Nice.
that, and that's how it ended. So that was pretty crazy, but I think that's definitely gonna be a good series. I think Laval wins in 6 though.
How is Lehigh Valley the top seed against Providence?
So they,
Were they their division winner?
yeah, they were the division winners, so they're number 2,
Ah,
and
they're a
um,
5 seed. Whoa, there's a
yeah,
5 seed versus the 2 seed teams realistically, and ouch, they have home ice.
they have been playing pretty well lately. Let me take my drink here.
I have Providence in 5, or yeah, 5 because
I
they
don't
got
even want to say that Lehigh has a chance.
only reason why is because Luke's on that team. Luke
Yeah,
L14L,
yeah, but
the
um,
curse of the 0-8 playoffs.
here here's a really crazy thing. If you look at their last series against Toronto, which this is one of the 2 series that I got wrong in my pick'em. I voted for the Marlies, right? They actually had Lehigh had a defenseman on IR, and then they ended up having a forward miss 2 games, and I think they had another defenseman miss a game or 2, and so they actually used an ECU, I believe it was 6 times in
It's
that
crazy.
series, and they still pulled it out. So that's pretty
A
good,
lot.
right? And these
Yeah, that's
aren't
a
like
lot of
RAVs
series.
or anything, right? These are vets that are in the sea or
Yeah,
amateurs, right? So
that's a lot of art. That's still a lot of
yeah,
ECU.
that's pretty crazy. But I think Providence is too well built. Um, I,
Yeah.
but well, I mean, we'll see what happens. Luke's has been on fire this season. Um, he's been nutty for him. So we'll see what happens. But I think I think they're gonna lose in 5. So Providence is gonna win in 5.
That's what I put. The
So
next series, though, is the real good one.
so
Tucson versus Ontario.
uh yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say this. You know, I knew Eamon's team was gonna give these guys fits just because it's Eamon's team, and he he's a good manager. So
Yeah,
and plus, I mean, they had Veds, dude. Veds, in my opinion, was I mean, in my sole opinion here is the MVP. Strictly because if they don't have that guy, Texas doesn't make the playoffs.
Fact.
And he controlled the play, did really well, gave his team a chance. They ended up losing in 7. And
They lost 2-0 in 7 as well.
yeah, it
And
was.
they even went up in the series. Like they were up 3-2. They lost game
Yep.
6 1-0 and game 7 2-0. Like it's nothing to be
Yeah,
ashamed of.
but no, not at all. Especially against a team like Ontario. Like that's a really good team. I don't think Ontario stumbles again. Um, I Justin's line's pretty decent. I mean, it's pretty good. He had a really good season. But it all depends on the matchmaking. But obviously, Ontario has the upper hand here. So I would say 6 at the most. This series goes to for Ontario.
I honestly have Tucson and 7. These guys, like you said last week, these guys play a lot. These guys grind the game. They've been around.
Yeah, they're
Like
good.
that's squad cav and the co and like that's
Yeah, Persinger and
Sweet Lou's organization. Like they always find a way to pull out the stops.
yeah, I just
Love
think
that squad too. They're just scrappy.
they are. I
I
just
I
think
have
Ontario's too
Tucson and
overpowered
7
though.
because I think every game's gonna be very tight or OT.
Yeah,
But
I'd agree.
it'll come down to goaltending.
Yeah.
But I mean, Ontario's got Fleet and they got Taylor, so.
Now we get to talk about you.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Best looking backup goalie left in the playoffs.
yeah, absolutely male model here.
Ultimate
If
player
our
no death.
the one thing about our series here, we got Mance and Sham. They struggle to win games in the playoffs. We got 2 wins from the boys last round. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to give a prediction here. Just because it's our team. Anything can happen, but I fully expect Prince to be lights out again. Henderson's solid. They got a good top line there. But I think that it's definitely gonna be one of those game by game series. Maybe a bounce or two determines.
I have you guys in 6.
Appreciate that, Buck.
I think your bottom line torches Sogi.
You think so?
I think the bottom line torches Sogi. And
We'll
then the
see.
top line struggles to score. But they squeak a win out. Like it'll be like a 2-1 game. But I think your bottom line wins a game like 5-1. And
Got
that's
torched in game 2. So yeah, that's doable.
So
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know. I look forward to it. Should be a good series. I think for the most part, a lot of the teams are competitive here. So I think the best series though is going to be Rochester and Laval.
Oh,
So
probably.
I think that'll be like the grittiest one. So
Wouldn't shock me. So 23. 23's Reveal trailer came out.
yeah,
Like, wow. I was just like the first thing I saw was the first person thing.
mm-hmm.
Like the playing in first person. I was like, please let this be actually a thing.
Like and be a pro or something. Like I don't see
Anywhere.
him implementing that in World of Shell.
That would be so sick in World of Chell to just have like
That'd be so like imagine the guys that are LTing, they'd be like, oh, it's my end down there. You know what I mean? Like,
but you know how fucking fun it would be too at the same time. Like you're going to crush people, you can just like, boom.
Yeah, it's a charging major. Congrats, Buck.
No, you do it in Three's Eliminator. There's hits galore. Grind that game mode, boy. But yeah, no. What about they added the stumble shot and pass?
yeah,
So like you're like you like run into a guy and you're like falling, you can still like pass it or shoot it.
yeah.
Or
You
you get
gotta
tripped and like it's not like you just dive.
you
and
gotta
then
double
do it.
tap the. Well, first of all, you gotta have the trait, obviously, right? The X factor,
Yeah,
because it's an X factor, right? Or
pretty
is it
sure.
just a
Yeah,
trait? I can't remember, but I know I was looking at it. Yeah, double tap it. I don't think it's gonna be. Um, I really don't think it's gonna be that OP. To be honest with you, I think they're highlighting it because it's a new thing. Like they like to do. I actually, Esteb, I was just about to roll into that. Um,
Yeah, that
as
that's
as
rough.
my as always, EA true to form, you don't see a single fucking goalie save ever.
Yeah.
And
Nope.
then in their
Not
release, they
one.
say, "Hey, our compy goalies now have 50 of the human AI
So
animations, so they'll be more
350,
realistic." Yeah,
350 new save combinations
yeah,
because they added 50 human AI mechanics.
yeah, and like that's awesome, cool, great, wonderful. Hut,
Can you show
yay,
us one?
exciting. I personally don't give two shits for Hut. I literally play Chell. That's it. I understand Hut's like a big thing for some people and all that, but I personally think it's one of the worst game modes in the game. Um, but as far as like goalies go, I know it didn't show anything, but I'm gonna hold out some hope. I noticed one thing I did notice that I thought was really cool. Did you notice Jonathan Quick's mask is different?
Yes.
As a goalie, I think that's cool. I know it has nothing to do with gameplay, but it's just something I noticed. The worst part
Feel
about the reveal trailer, though, there was two things: the cover, the fact that the lady on the cover, her stick had the barcode on it still. Rip. Let's maybe pull that off before we take a cover photo. And then the fact that there was the shot that Quick had.
uh,
It literally goes through the glove, right? And EA's like, let's settle this, and they do a different angle, and it's like, okay, here's the first one that goes through his glove. Yeah, see that how it's nice and straight. Here's the other angle. It hits the bottom of the glove and goes down. Like, I mean, if you're gonna try and lie, at least like pick a trajectory that's similar. I don't know. That's just
tough,
that's just
right?
my
Because
opinion.
like,
So
because they probably did film this through like the instant replay.
yeah,
So like it's tough, right? Because
it
they have to
is.
recreate that exact moment and like exact play with like the guys beside the net and everything. Like it's tough because like the way he
Also,
moves the
instant
glove is
replay is broken.
similar. Yeah, hopefully it's fixed this year. But
Yeah.
it's tough. Like I said, it's tough because like it's an aerial angle, right? It could if you're seeing it from like above on the side, it could be like the puck's like down here and your glove's up here and it like hits the bottom still, but you see it through the webbing.
Yeah.
It's the it like that's why it's like sure, like yes, maybe this does end the debate, but the debate will never end because it still looks like the puck's going through the glove, and people are going to be determined on whether it is or not.
I don't know, man. That looked like one of the sick make it snappy goals that I've had scored on me.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Literally goes through the glove. I was like, and so you go into instant replay, and you know when the game fucked up because it will never let you do that. So you got to go into the action tracker bullshit,
Yeah,
and it'll let you do it that way. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Um,
yeah,
I'm I love hockey, so I'm gonna play the damn thing no matter what, and I'll
yeah,
deal with it.
exactly.
So that's just me. Um, it's just I love the game of hockey too much, so I'll still play it no matter what, and I'll just sit there and while I'm getting scored on and something ridiculous, I'll just do my famous,
Yeah, I mean, shit. Oh, let's be honest. I'm gonna
So
I'm gonna pay $100 for this game again this year.
Yeah,
So
oh hell yeah, I mean
and
I'll be straight up, I'll buy it. I'm buying it.
from what I've heard, like the gameplay is much different than 22. It's a lot better
Mm,
than 22, and like a lot of things have been reworked in a good way because they're listening to the right people, making the right suggestions now,
yeah,
and things are getting changed for the better.
I,
So
I
I'm
honestly,
hoping that
yeah,
it's gonna play better. Do I have my hopes high? No. But this is one of the first games that I'm hopeful. Just the fact that they're implementing crossplay is massive.
yeah, that's definitely a huge thing. Wicked. So now I have a PS5, Xbox Series S. What happens if we have crossplay finals? I'm on both. We haven't discussed anything with crossplay. right now because that's not even released like when the game launches, you know. But if that was something to come, which I mean, obviously it's a game feature, so I'm sure further down the road that'd be considered. We would probably implement you can't play on both consoles. I would assume
Yeah.
would be my guess. So that would take care of that problem.
I,
Uh,
I don't know about you guys, but I honestly felt like it was a great step forward for like
Oh,
the
100%.
future. And I
Oh
feel
yeah.
like we're
100%.
making more progress
Mm-hmm.
for
You
the
gotta,
first time in a long
yeah.
time.
You gotta remember too is that the NHL EA staff is the smallest staff group out of all the sports games. Like
Yeah.
they have a small staff, but the fact that like everyone's just like we want crossplay, mix and match. Like now, it's like you can't go 0 to
Well,
100 in these things. You gotta implement it
did
nice
you
and slow.
the Twitter comments were like, "Oh, well, I was gonna play it because I heard that. Now I'm not." It's like, bruh, I'll be honest. Like, I'm happy they're going about it that way because the last thing I want is for them to be like, "Yep, it's there day one." You go to load in the game and it just goes dashboard, like rip,
Yeah, like
you know?
MLB the Show and their co-op.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
immediately, like a, you know, and uh, like I'm happy that they're taking that route instead of just doing what they usually would do, which is rushing it. Like Vatty said, I think it's a step in the right direction. You know, they like
So
Buck. You mentioned they what they rework again? What was the stuff they reworked again?
a bunch of stuff. They reworked the passing and pass reception interfaces. They changed some skating mechanics. It's now going to be played at 120 FPS. Bunch of cool shit. I want to
Yeah.
touch on what something S Dub said though. He said, "I'm interested in seeing Xbox versus PlayStation gameplay. I always heard the editions were different in mechanics. 100%. This is the way I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Xbox has bumps. PlayStation in a couple years ago had no bumps. Like you couldn't just like you're trying to skate and you're trying to pass it, and you're like I can't. I keep getting bumped. That doesn't happen on PlayStation. It does a little bit now, but it's still nowhere like as where Xbox is. So when it comes to cross play, when it's Xbox versus PlayStation, I'm hoping this game runs on the same type of mechanic for both consoles. Because like
Oh, it'll
if
have to.
if there's bumps in the game like there is on Xbox, PSN kids are screwed because they're not used to it.
Yeah.
If it plays like it does on PlayStation, where it's a lot more fast and arcade paced because there's no bumps, they're gonna get torched by the Xbox guys who can now finally skate freely and do what they want to do.
PSN
Like
guys are screwed.
this is a lose lose for PSN realistically. Also on top of the fact that our community is like double their age.
Yeah. Yeah. We're old. Buck can't be me. Wick just said. So, question, Wick, is that the PS5 version or was it the old gen version that you were playing on PS5? Because I have a PlayStation 4, and last season I RAV'd over there, and the AHL team I got RA2, they weren't very good. I mean, they sucked, I guess, for better term, but they didn't forfeit the games, right? And they were gonna have to forfeit. I thought they asked for a goalie, but then the guy's like, "You're playing center," and I was like, "Fucking rip!" Like I'm a level one playing center. I scored a goal though, but I did notice that felt a lot different than when I play skater on Xbox.
Xbox, yeah. Like
So
when I transitioned to PlayStation 2 years ago and played even goalie, like the whole game flow just felt so different on that
It's
game. And
different
it's
on
not
Twitch.
because and it's like not like a visual thing. It's like, oh no, it's just because you're on a different console. Like no, like the game legit feels like a different game altogether. Like the mechanic runs differently.
Yeah.
yeah, so Wick just said their PS5 version feels the same as our Xbox Series S and X version. So that's interesting. I haven't played it on PS5. Like
I've
I've got one at
I've
work,
heard
but
it run.
I don't play it. So
I've heard it runs better on PlayStation too. From like top guys, they're just like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I did hear
it
the
just
game
runs so
was
much. It looks better. It runs smoother. It like
that dashboard error that we randomly get. Like I heard that's not happening like that over there. Is that
it does on PS4s, I
well
believe.
not on PS5 though? I heard if you're playing the
No,
new
it
gen
doesn't.
version
No.
on that, it's not happening there. Is that
Let's just
anyone
be
know?
happy though. Like if they're implementing crossplay, that means that we're gonna get a more um like the game is going to be the same on every console, more or less, or
Mhm.
closer to it. And not only that, but we're also going to get. It's going to be easier for you to say, "Hey, PSN's better than Xbox, or Xbox better than PSN." And I think it does a lot for the community. It's gonna garner a lot more competitiveness, which we are missing right now in the community.
Yeah.
I'm like, so Brody's got plans and he's discussed with the big guys of all the leagues, like his plans and what he hopes to achieve. And like, let me tell you, if what he wants to and is envisioning to happens, LG is going to get 10 times better. Straight up. Like, the plans are really well thought out. But Brody's also known about the crossplay for a long time now too, because he's a game changer.
Right.
So he's had time to think about like, what does this mean for the LG future?
Well, I mean,
And
Yeah.
like that's what, and I'm sure Gazelle's gotten a ton of questions since the trailer dropped. Like, what's gonna happen with like crossplay? It's
Yeah,
like,
but I mean, like we literally haven't fully in depth like discussed anything. Like we don't even have it yet. The beta's not going to have it, so we won't be able to try
there's
it
no reason to
there.
have it until the last season of 23 to have that discussion because other than esports, which I think it if you everyone saw the tweet, esports is going to be
one console, pretty much.
one console pretty much, so it'll be crossplay.
Yeah.
But you can't crossplay the sim leagues. You just can't. Not yet.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see what
What
happens
it
when it
is.
drops, how it works,
I think it'll be really neat.
the
It's gonna
progression of
open
it.
up the game so much.
Dude,
I
it's gonna be amazing. You know.
and
Like,
I've heard a lot of like word about the franchise mode getting a little bit more bigger,
Oh,
and that video's coming out.
did you see the stuff? I read something on that. Like you can customize a franchise mode,
Customize
so
the
like
league
you could legitimately
size.
do like the original six in a franchise mode.
Yeah,
Like that'd be pretty dope. I might actually mess around with franchise because of that, but
I mean, I always mess around with franchise mode.
mess around with
I
it this
don't.
season because of custom
The
rosters.
the only thing that I think is going to suck for the PlayStation side is they're gonna lose like 35% of their player base.
There's a lot of Xbox guys that do play PlayStation. That is true.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that
It's five.
they're going to PS5 and only
Well,
like
yes,
almost
but
65% of their community
with
has a
the
PS5.
yeah, but with the announcement of cross gen, like I guarantee you that is gonna work so much better on new gen than it like old gen. I feel like it's gonna have a shit ton of problems.
Oh yeah, no,
Like when
that's
that,
not what I'm saying.
yeah, no, I know what you're saying, but I think that's gonna force guys to go get the PS5 more. That's what I think is gonna happen. But I see what you're saying now.
Uh, last time, I hate to say this, but I was around when 14 was LG was played on 14, and you'd be shocked. The community actually bitched about it just as much as they do now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So reopen the servers, you'll be pissed. It's not as good as you thought it was.
The only good thing about like 13 and 14 was the build system.
That's
Well, I mean
it.
the gameplay was okay, but
The
No, the
builds, the
mechanics were
builds,
shit.
the mechanics were so like that's what I always tell everyone. I'm like, bring back NHL 14, today's graphics and today's mechanics. Like you have the OTP lobbies, you
that
have
was elite.
create your own builds, you have a good like
I love the
online
OTP lobbies.
experience. Hut wasn't a massive thing yet,
Well, you
and
forget Hut
GM
was
Connected was there, and it
Hut
would
was
probably run.
more money based
Dude,
because you could upgrade your players.
Yeah,
I I hear like I hear people say so many people want GM connected, and I saw it a lot on Twitter. Which I mean, think about the thousands of people that play the game. I don't really know what percentage that would be that actually wants that, but um, I played it with some like randoms back then, and then with some buddies, and I never finished a season.
I finished seasons, but man, it was slow. It was laggy.
It sucked.
I ran a really cool. Oh, this was cool though. Okay,
Hmm.
um, I ran a goalie league.
Didn't I play that?
Yes, you did. Where you had to play as the goalie, and that was it. Your player locked as a goalie.
some games you'd get like shellacked and the shots would be like 47-20.
Yeah, but it was really fun. Like it was fun. You party up with somebody and like just see whose sim team was better. It was super cool.
Yeah, that does sound like it'd be pretty cool, like that.
Fucking getting a guy that has fucking Crosby and Ovechkin and Malkin on one fucking line because he's traded for them all.
I don't think it was allowed, but yeah. I don't remember that, but
No, I mean I saw that in another league, but
yeah.
like when you have like Crosby, Ovechkin, Malkin, line one, Pittsburgh, like
But to be fair, like, the GM Connected allows you to get in with 3 or 4 buddies that you get online all the time with
Yeah.
late at night when there's not games going on or when the sweats are on and you can just jump on and play a casual game of Tell.
That's the thing,
Yeah.
though. There's going to be like I think it's finally going to be back to how it used to be once, like if cross plat works well, like you're not going to be searching for games for 4 minutes at random times. Like I remember back in the day, like especially with OTP and all that. Spec, thanks for the follow, bud. You're a fucking beauty. But like OTP and all that, like you could always get a game, right? Like even club back then, like you could get a game within 1 to 2 minutes on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So I really hope it works really well. Because if it does, that's gonna be fucking huge for the game. It's gonna revive the game.
It's the longevity for sure.
Yeah.
You're not playing the same freaking dude every fucking time you get on the game.
Yeah.
Which I know you play a lot, so that happens a lot too. I know it does.
I wonder, like, you know how ELO drafts is a big thing right now? Like,
Yeah.
I wonder, like, are they gonna do, like, is there gonna be like a cross plat ELO thing? Maybe, but I wonder if that's gonna drive people more back to playing club. Like ELO will still be a thing because it's kind of fun. I recently played some games and it was a good time. But personally, I like playing with I mean I like playing with random people too, but I like playing with the buddies, and getting on, just playing club. Like that's fun to me, just chilling. Because like I said, I love the game. So not necessarily how it plays, but hockey in general. So
That's the thing. I just wish like our community was a little bit more like Dub. You seem very passionate about it, like in the chat. I'm totally with you there, bud. But like, we gotta you gotta speak up and make change. Gotta go to the guys.
Speaking of what Dub was talking about, yeah, I was reading about that to see how there's rumors that Amazon is trying to buy EA Sports.
yeah, that's interesting.
I didn't really like look into it much, but I heard that and I was like, what the fuck? Like I don't know much on the whole scenario. I got a notification saying like upon announcement that there was rumors like the EA shareholders boosted their profits by like 14% or something, and I was like, what the fuck? Like what's happening?
It was on Reddit today or something.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
on
I don't
Reddit. Yeah.
follow that.
It was
I
in
don't.
the stream chat, the media chat.
Oh, I didn't see it then, but yeah.
Yeah. We'll see.
Oh well. Speaking of transition things, we got transitional off-season tournaments.
Yes.
Bang. Yes,
So
sir.
we have the WJC for guys in the CHL who didn't make playoffs, were eliminated round one, or are RIVs on any team because they can't play in playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And we have IHL for the same thing, but with the NHL and AHL. And RIVs can also play in that one. They can actually play in both at the same time.
That's the big one, is they can play in both. So we'll see how that works out. I think I mean, it's at the end of the day, this is just a fun summer thing, like
It's an
end of the game
off-season tournament.
thing.
Yeah.
It's just a way to send off the game. Good riddance.
Send off the game. We have a wait for 23. We have
Yeah.
probably big plans to, with everything being coming with the game, the
Yep.
crossplay. So we don't know when. We don't have timelines yet for next season.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not sure what Facchetti settled on with WJC, but for the NHL and the AHL, if you're eliminated by round 3, so example, you get knocked out in round 2 prior, or you didn't make the playoffs, you're eligible if you finished on an N or A roster. RAVs are also eligible. People who are not CHL roster guys, people that finished in the C in general, that's WJC. It's the same thing. That's just for the CHL prospects, etc. Wouldn't be eligible. But I'm looking forward to the last IHL event was 2020. Was it 20 when they had the extended? Was it 21 that got pushed back because of COVID for the game, or was that 20?
20, I think.
20.
Yeah.
Okay,
Holy
so
cow, that was
that
a
was
long
the
time
last
ago.
time there was an IHL event. So
Yeah, because I played it on PlayStation.
yeah, and actually I
They did it at
looked.
the same time.
Yeah, I looked earlier this morning, and the sign up numbers are actually pretty good starting off.
Ooh.
IHL's 256, WJC's at 323.
Hey, we hit 300. Woohoo! Let's go get more,
Yeah,
boys.
that's really good. Like, a lot of people still want to play some
So,
competitive hockey, and
Vatty's pretty salty about WJC.
Salty.
what, didn't Vatty get a team? Aren't you an
He got
owner?
a team. He got a team, but he doesn't like the fact that it's a two-line league.
It's not yet. It's not.
Oh,
It's gonna be. You
is
know it's
it?
I
gonna be.
Why?
You know it's
no.
If you
gonna
got
be.
There's a
323
lot.
signups, why would you try to limit? Like, you want more guys playing, I would
You
think.
know it's gonna be. Let's be realistic.
Are you messing with him?
Yeah, he's messing with
Yeah,
me.
he's cheesing. Yeah, there's
Hon-
no
hon-
way.
Honestly, I have no idea what Facetti's gonna do. You know I don't put my hand in WJC
Yeah,
at
that's
all.
why I
I'm
don't
I'm
know your
literally
end
just here
often,
to
so.
fucking promote.
He's
Yeah.
here to fucking fuck with me. Um,
So Wags, I can touch on Fly and JJR getting mentorship roles. So we talked to a couple bottom tier CHL managers who didn't have good first season. So Delta and D Drizzle, like Vancouver and Peterborough, went to their owners and were like, "Are you guys signing up for WJC?" And they're like, "Yeah." And we're like, "Cool. Would you be okay if we partnered you up with a mentor, like a guy who's like a known good player? He's won in their respective leagues as managers. Like their RAV, sure, but JJR's knows how to build a team. Yes, he's won a Stanley Cup. Yes, he's a good NHL player. But at the end of the day, he's not building the team himself. He's building it with a guy who doesn't know people and is still new at the game. And same thing with Fly. He's partnering with Delta. Like you want your managers who had really rough seasons and that are willing to learn to match up with two guys who know what the fuck they're doing. They won because they know what they're doing. This is what the whole point of the
Mhm.
mentorship program is.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I get it. They're gonna torch the league because they're top players. Okay, they're one player. You still have to build a team. Just because you know the guys, well, do your own research then. If you're upset, like,
Players don't want to play and scout for them. I mean, with Fly and Freddy, like, yeah, but I don't think. I mean, Fly's got a ton of knowledge, and I'm sure he shared that. Um, I I would be shocked if they're doing a ton of scouting, to be honest.
this looks good for those managers though, right? Like
Yeah.
they're teaming up with JJR, they're teaming up with Fly, like Stanley Cup champion, Calder Cup champion, like
Mm,
they know what they're doing. So just having their name next to them, and if they like have success in this, people are gonna be like, "Oh, it's because of them." But then if they come back next season and then they torch the CHL, it's like, but maybe it was them in WJC. Like you,
yeah, like, I
it's
mean,
literally the perfect learning opportunity.
yeah, Fly's a massive. He's probably, in all honesty, Fly's probably the most knowledgeable guy in LG. Like from
Yeah,
top to bottom, I think he's probably the most knowledgeable as far as the player base.
I'd agree.
yeah.
So
Unless you're talking stats, then you call Flurry.
yeah, yeah, player base.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, Flurry. Shout out to Flurry. A lot of good work he did as a staff member. He had to move on just because he's moving off to college. So good luck to him, and thanks for his time that he put in his staff.
Yo, Wags, you best believe that there's a hot take that Delta's going to come back and torch the CHL. Didn't you hear last season he was rebuilding for the future? Come on now.
I like
Not
it.
funny.
This is his building block. He's got Fly and Freddy. He's gonna learn all the names of all the players, build a good relationship with Fly. Fly's gonna, he'll be like, "Yo, Fly, I need some help with some players." He'll give them names for like bidding or drafting, whatever in the future. Like, it's a good guy to have in your
Yeah,
corner, man.
absolutely.
And
And
like
It doesn't
both
hurt anybody.
both the mentors like are like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. Like they're like
yeah,
super like pumped about it, and people are like, well, yeah, because they're gonna torch the league. It's like, yes, but they don't get to play in the league.
I
Like, when
don't
was the
think
last time
like
these guys got to play in the
let,
league?
let's
First of all,
well
too.
let's be honest. Like Fly, like it, they didn't have to do that. They could have played
No,
anyways because they're RAVs.
yeah,
So like, I mean, they didn't have to do that. And not only is Fly like probably like I said the most knowledgeable guy, he's also one of the best dudes in the community. Super nice guy, super chill, willing to help anybody. I mean, I don't think I've ever known about him not getting along with somebody. So you know,
how are
that's
ownership signups looking for IHL?
let's take a look.
I know you're running that. Like, it's
Yep.
it's your it's your baby this season. Is it just you or is it you and Gamer?
Gamer's gonna help out. He's gonna do like the position change stuff. Like the stuff like a bog would do normal season. We've got right now we've already got 15 applications,
Oh
so
shit,
that's pretty
that's good.
good. Considering it was just announced this like within the last week. So that's good to see. Happy to see that.
It's been a long. I've literally only got 15 games in IHL ever.
I've never played IHL myself. I hope I don't get to personally, but we'll see what round two brings.
Both times I played for Team Sweden. Let's go look at these teams.
Sign up deadline for to be in the draft is going to be the sometime on the first. I don't have an exact time on that. So I got to finalize the time of the draft. The day of the draft is the first, but um, probably looking at like 8 or 9 Eastern for the draft time, but we haven't set that yet.
Just looking at this fucking team from season 8 IHL, and it was like Karibo, and then like there was like Shorty on the team. Soylos was on the team. Jesus.
Wow,
Apparently I ran season 10 Sweden with Salty Sailor.
really?
Eamon was on my team.
That's awesome.
Oh, this was the threes one. That's why. Okay, I remember this team. It was me, Salty Sailor. I don't know. Bombay, Bure,
Uh huh.
Eamon, Gary Guru, Manship, Neeler, Pure Talent, Raiders, and Zero Crash. I had a
Wow.
good team. I
I
actually
was
had
just
a
gonna
good
say that's
team.
some good names there.
Yeah.
Some really good names
Uh,
there.
we finished seventh because Norway was disgusting. Oh yeah, Norway was dumb. It was like Krejci, UT, Stasny, Big Tony, Fox, Dangs, CT, Shocks, Ray, Apex, like all the big boys. All the big guns. Yeah. IHL's fun, man.
I mean, I played. I've only played in WJC, and I mean, I had a blast in WJC. It was a good time. Shit, someone randomly drafted me as a right wing.
I
So,
mean, I like IHL because that's how I got known on PlayStation. Like I went on PlayStation and going into summer season
mhm.
and there was an IHL and I looked at the owners list and I'm like, the only owner I know here is Jake Laws.
Yeah,
So
that's a good
I
owner.
I I Discord messaged him. I was like, "Hey, dude, like, I'm trying to get my name known on PlayStation. It's my first season. Like, IHL's coming up. I see you're an owner.
Mhm.
Give me a shot." He never responded. And then it was just like the young buck has been drafted, and I like went and looked, and it was Jake Claus's team.
Well, he probably didn't want to play with you or anything because you're unknown, right?
Yeah, he knew me from
Well,
Xbox
I
because
mean,
I
I'm
played
saying
in.
unknown on PlayStation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I was. He was able to get me late because nobody knew me,
yeah,
and we won silver, and I played fucking really great. And then I literally jumped straight into the end on PlayStation for a few seasons. I did esports over there for a bit. Like
nice.
all thanks to IHL, straight up.
Yeah,
Literally
off-season events
got
are great
got my
place.
name known literally playing in a little tournament.
Well, especially because like a lot of the RAVs, like it's a common thing for like guys that have been around for a while to take the summer season off, right?
Yeah.
But I guarantee you a lot of them will be back. So you never know. Like they're getting chances to see guys that they normally wouldn't be playing with.
Well, yeah, that's it, right?
Yeah. So kind of a
Um,
cool thing.
how many subs are we at
Oh,
this episode?
I think like 2 or 3. So thank God we don't have to eat the ghost pepper. I'm pretty stoked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tarpless pouring a beer down my shirt.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about not having to eat the ghost pepper. I'll be 100% honest because I did a scorpion pepper at a buddy's house and I ate it quick, just tried to get it down the hatch, chewed it up. The thing was
Oh
lit my
yeah, you told
mouth
the story.
up and my stomach just oh, it was on fire. And I was sitting there and I tried to like take a drink of beer, and I was just sitting there and I was like, oh man, like I think it's coming back up,
Yeah.
naturally he called me a pussy and stuff. And so I darted to his bathroom. I turned the corner and he had like a little carpeted hallway and then straight across was the bathroom, which was tiled. And I actually projectile vomited straight into his bathroom. It landed like on the tile floor, into the bathtub, all over the shower curtain, but it didn't land on his carpet. So it worked out. It was easy cleanup, but man, that thing fucking lit me up, dude. That
So
was rough.
S Dub just says he'll do 5 right now. 5 subs.
Oh, I thought
Oh,
you said ghost peppers. I was like, what? Like 5 ghost peppers?
No,
Yikes, dude.
he'll do 5 subs like right now. But S Dub, this is for to 2 in 2 weeks when we do the NHL AHL finals and the WHL and OHL finals. Eat that ghost pepper before we talk.
Oh,
Or at the end, either or, because Vanny might die.
I would say maybe middle, like not right before, because I don't
and,
know.
and you fucks.
So,
Don't
so
make me
if
suffer on
But
camera.
I mean, right now, like we don't have to do it, so I'm
yeah,
stoked.
no,
Yeah.
we're at 3, and I'm only gonna put 5, so that's still 8 short.
Yep, yep. So I'm actually very happy about that. To be honest.
Surprised if Gotti out of nowhere would just be or Danky just like I have money. Here you go. Of
Danky,
all of all
Danky
of all
would be
of
one to do
all people,
that.
Danky would do that.
Yeah, he
He's
would be
like,
one to do that.
this is a way to flex my money.
I think it'd be more because he wants to see Fatty eat the ghost pepper, personally. But yeah,
Daddy's sweating just thinking about.
yo,
No,
I'm like,
absolutely not.
I'm telling you, like, no shot, man. I'd have to have a trash can next to me, considering my previous experience.
I have never had a ghost pepper. I am
I
very tempted to do this challenge, but
hold on.
like I said,
Let's do a
need
Google here.
what how many
What
Scoville it
is
is.
hotter, a ghost pepper or scorpion? Oh, that's what it was. Carolina Reaper.
The
That's what
Carolina
it
Reaper
was.
is
Yeah,
the
that thing
Carolina Reaper is
sucked.
the hottest pepper in the world.
As hot as the ghost pepper is, the Carolina people, the
Reaper.
Carolina Reaper has more than double the spike. Oh, I probably handle the ghost pepper then.
Yeah, yo, the
Yeah, that's the
the
one I
Carolina
threw up, dude.
Reaper.
Oh
Yeah, that
yeah,
it's the hottest pepper in the world.
is it? Yo,
Oh,
fuck that. I didn't know that. No, it's not. It doesn't say that here.
Yeah.
guys, I choked on like green salsa last week. Stop it.
Ghost pepper. You choked on salsa.
I was gonna be like, how the
I
fuck
did
did
not
you choke?
process that for a second.
I was gonna say, I,
Will there be a? I mean, that will there be a roster reset if they joined?
I
I
would,
mean, they would have
I
to be
was,
if you joined.
yeah,
I would think.
I would hope so.
Yeah, I mean, like that wouldn't be very fair. Like, yeah, that I would
Um,
think that would have to
yeah.
be a yes.
So this is episode 10, boys.
Yeah, yeah, episode 10.
Yeah.
And
It, I'm
reminder.
honestly shocked that it's episode 10 too.
Yeah, and actually we're gonna start making we got some things to try to like figure out as far as like how the bank account situation would work. Because obviously there's some charities in Canada and some in
Hmm.
the US. So I don't know if like we just have to like use Venmo, stuff like that. We'll figure that stuff out. But we're gonna get the Twitch created for that. So that way it's getting ready for next season. So um but yeah, that's Buck, what do you have to say?
I'm I'm pumped about
Yeah.
that, dude. Like us starting like no longer doing this on like our personal channels, which is great because it
Hmm.
gets our own channel's personal views.
Well, yeah, but
But
that's not what this
but
is for.
no, but
Yeah.
like now that we're like at episode 10, like we're an established show, like we do this weekly or if not bi-weekly if we have to,
Hmm.
and we put out different content. And now that people are like we have a viewer base, like it's time to we have our own Discord now. Like now
Yep.
it's time to have our own Discord channel, our Twitch channel, and all the subs will go to charities, and we're gonna have like each
Yes.
of us is gonna present a charity and like what they stand for. And then like at the end of an episode before we get a payout or whatever, we will do like here's a poll.
Hmm.
Would you which um which one would you guys want us to donate the money to? And like it gives you guys back the power of we choose which charity the money goes back to. So like you're giving to a charity pretty much. We're just
Yep.
the ones that make it
Yep. And
easier.
then along with that, obviously there would be like donation stuff. With that, there will be like so you don't have to sub if you don't want to. If you want to like just donate to that cause, like you just do a donation and then it'll go into all that. Yeah, St. Jude's Children's
Oh
Hospital is a great thing. Bits everything. Anything that has to do revenue wise will go strictly to charities. And obviously,
yeah.
in our Discord, we'll put because like at first what we're gonna do is like Val, you pick one, Buck pick one, I'll pick one, just because we want to pick one that means something to us, and then in the Discord we'll allow viewers to do that as well. Each time that stuff comes, so
Yeah. And then
really
we can
looking forward to
highlight
it.
specific ones and then yeah, just go with it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So pretty stoked for it.
Yeah. Patty, you brought your dog on the show.
I did. He's still right here. Hold on. Come here, bud. Come here.
Are you
Oh,
guys gonna do the sexy cow dance together?
Breast cancer charity, that's a
we
really good one
could.
too, dude. That like excuse me, I like had like a cough sneeze almost happen there.
Oh my
Okay.
God, you're kicking the
Look at
computer.
the look at the
You're kicking
pumper.
the computer. No.
Oh my god, if Fatty goes
every
out like he
time I
did last week again.
You're big and chunky.
every
Say
time I look
hi.
at him, man, I think of the donut scene from Van Wilder. Just looks
Oh my god.
exactly like dude. Colossus.
Yeah.
Special Olympics would be a good one, yeah. That would be another good one. There's a ton of them out there, man.
Oh yeah.
Like there's
There's
the
tons of
autism, like that's a big one that affects like me personally. That's probably going to
yeah.
be my suggested one, something to do with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a ton of good charities. So
Exactly. But I'm pretty sure that's pretty much what we had all for this week.
yeah, and
The dog's
Gazelle's
knocked
go
the door down, so it's time to go.
Gazelle has a playoff series to win. I have playoff games to win.
I like how you worded that. Nice. Oh, dog's
At the end of
name
the day, I just,
Daddy.
Oh, his name is Chunk, literally. Chunk.
before we
Bang.
go, Fatty, before we go, we need to see the sexy cow dance.
All right. Hold on. I got this.
Here comes the sexy cow.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna give you like a really good rundown here. So hold on.
Oh god.
Oh, that's fantastic.
All right.
Jesus.
On that note, we just need to end it because
Yes.
everyone's blind.
S-Dub, I'll get the Discord link. I'll throw it in the chat here. Just stick around for a second. We're gonna head on off, but if you want to join the Discord, you can reach out to myself or Buck and talk
Yep.
about that. So, all right,
Yes,
guys,
sir.
thanks for tuning in, fellas. We'll see you next week.
So bye.